Nation. It is so excited to be back with you guys and here with my friends Jordan and Sam. Hope you all had a very, very awesome New Year and that you're keeping warm here in this January, especially if you're in New England.
Yeah.
We have so much awesome stuff to share with you today. We have a brand new Lightning Collection reveal with my man Jordan here. We've got an awesome unboxing of the Zap Astro Megazord, which I know you guys are so super stoked about, with my buddy Jarrett. And to cap it all off, we've got awesome 30th anniversary reveals brought to you by our friends Loretta and Alan and the product team, and a special surprise from our franchise team. So I'm super, super excited. These guys are going to kill it, and I'm like so excited for all of this for you guys. I got to get going back to work. I hope you guys have an awesome fan stream.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have fun. We'll see you guys. Good luck.
Bye.
Thanks, John. Let's get into it. You ready for this, Sam?
I'm so ready.
We've got so many Lightning Collection figures to reveal. And I think the first one is a doozy. So let's check them out.
Wait. Yeah, so Tommy in his Dino Thunder Black Ranger suit. I'm psyched for this one. Dino Thunder is one of my favorite seasons. Obviously, I mean, the way we work, this figure has been in production for a very long time. You know, it was set before the unfortunate news of JDS passing, which hit us all really hard. You know, I don't know about you, but when I was 12, I wanted to be Tommy Oliver when I grew up.
Absolutely. I think everyone did watch Power Rangers.
Yeah. So, you know, I think the figure is really cool, and I've always loved his like early 2000s that's
goatee.
Yeah, that's kind of my fave. And I know, like, with the 30th anniversary year, we had some other stuff planned with him that we're going to reveal later on this year. I had the absolute honor of getting to work directly with him, and I think fans are going to really appreciate what's coming up. Absolutely.
So that's Dino Thunder Black Tommy Oliver, Dr. Tommy Oliver is the first figure from this wave that you can check out. Who's next?
I don't know.
You can't have the full Dino Thunder team without the full Dino Thunder villain, Megazord.
That looks really good, that sculpt.
Let's take a look. So Megazord is, it's always really exciting to get a villain character into the line, especially within the mainline assortment. You know, it can be really tricky getting all the new parts for a character like Megazord, who is so distinct. He's got the robe, he's got the unique legs, arms, and of course that head with a moving mouth.
Yeah.
But our amazing designer Loretta and sculptor Corey and the rest of the team pulled together a really awesome figure that I think you guys will be really excited to get your hands on. He comes with two extra hands and 2 different blast effect parts. This one in this hand can actually be mounted on his head for a little head brain beam thing. And yeah, that's our second Lightning Collection figure for this assortment.
Yeah, and as a writer person, the rivalry between Anton Mercer and Dr. Tommy Oliver is actually really solid storytelling. That's one of the reasons Dino Thunder is so cool.
Absolutely. So, what do we got next? Let's set him over here. Sorry?
No, that's okay.
And Power Rangers, Lost
Yes,
Galaxy. Absolutely. So, Kendrix, super cool character, super cool figure. What do you know about her?
Well, I know she's a Pink Ranger. No, just kidding. So she had a really cool storyline. She sort of sacrificed herself to...
That's
yes,
right.
She gave up her Quasar Saber, and then Corone took it. Mm-hmm. But also, I love that she's a superhero in glasses. That's always going to be a thing. That I wear contacts now, but that as a kid, I always appreciated seeing someone in glasses kicking butt.
Absolutely. Speaking of those glasses, on the civilian head of Kendrix, they're actually removable. So if you just do a little finagling here, you can pull off the glasses, and now she is hard of seeing Kendrix. So yeah, this is I think this is the second to last Lost Galaxy figure that we're releasing, and the rest of the team is still coming. We have one more, so stay tuned for that. But for now, Kendricks will be complementing the team. And for our last Lightning Collection reveal, I
was so excited and ready to go.
I think we have a special guest that will be revealing that, right? So,
never mind.
Take it away.
What's up, everyone? It's Kai Moya, the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, and I'm here today with someone very special, the Dino Fury Blue Ranger. Would you look at that? The classic Lightning Collection. It has my face on it, and I've never seen it before, so kind of nervous and excited at the same time, but I'm excited to show you guys. Here is, wow. I think it really looks like me. Check it out. Is it? They did a good job. It comes with the classic interchangeable helmets and hands and Dino Fury saber, so let's bring that out. Woohoo! Look at that. There it is. Finishing touches with the Dino Fury saber. All right. Oh, look at all those lightning bolts coming up. Classic Lightning Collection. You can do all the poses with it. Man, that's so good. You can even have the lightning off if you want. Right here. When you get tired of looking at me, just get the helmet on there. Wow, that's so cool. This is pretty surreal. You guys should get one. I'm gonna buy one too. Well, if you want to see them in action, go watch it on Netflix. We got both seasons there, so go check it out.
Thank you, Kai. That was super awesome. I love seeing actors reveal their figures and get to look at them for the first time. It's super neat. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. That's right. We have one more item to reveal to you guys, and that is the Tenga 2-pack. What? Bow, bow, bow. So this is a 2-pack of our favorite foot soldiers, the Tenga Warriors. It comes with the 2 Tengas and 2 different color variations. So you have a green version and a blue version, as well as their corresponding 2 sets of hands and 2 sets of wings and 2 blast effect pieces. We know that you guys love these figures, we love these figures, and so we wanted to make sure that you could get them Army Builder style in a 2-pack with some really cool variations to change things up on your shelf as they battle the Ninja Rangers and everyone else they fought. I think they fought a lot of people.
They fought a lot of people.
So let's take a look. The Tenga Warrior 2-pack is a fan channel exclusive for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse or other fan retailers today.
Not right now.
Today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to check those out. As for the other 4 figures that we revealed that are part of the Lightning Collection mainline, they'll be available at all retailers and for pre-order, of course, on Hasbro Pulse, also at 1 p.m. Eastern today. So be sure to check them out, power up your collection. And speaking of power, we've got something powerful to reveal coming up next. We have the Zord Ascension Project unboxing of the Astro Megazord. Stay tuned.
Hey, Jared.
Got a thing to show you.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This is a huge box.
It's very big.
This is a gigantic box. This is larger than any of the other Zord Ascension Project boxes.
It's fitting for Zord Megazord that is about 15 inches tall, just under 15 inches tall when it's fully morphed into robot mode.
37 centimeters,
hey,
14.5 inches.
It says that on the box. Of course, at that 1 1/44 scale.
Yeah.
So this, what we're unboxing for you guys today, is an early sample. This is actually sealed. You can see the the tape
Sticker?
sealed,
Sticker
yeah,
tape?
sticker
They gave me a
tape
knife
seals.
to take it apart.
Yes, very carefully, very carefully. So all that to say, there might be some weird things with it. You know, this is an early pre-production sample. This is the first time we're going to be looking at it outside of, from a sealed box.
Yeah.
So expect some weird things. We might comment on like paint apps that might look off, or maybe some.
That's not the
packaging
Astro
things.
Megazord.
Hopefully,
it is.
geez. Can you imagine? All right, but Jarrett, would you like to do the honors and?
Yeah, totally. First off, like, this is the first time I've actually seen this pre-production sample in person. We did a whole bunch of work on this, just like the other boxes, to create something really, really premium. There's spot gloss on all sorts of different spots on here. We have all sorts of really cool embossings and a bunch of other really, really premium feeling elements.
Yeah. And the feel of the box itself, I think it's got to be probably one of the best boxes I've seen for a collector product that Hasbro has done.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
I'm really glad to see them all together because
Yeah.
they all look really cool together, and they're going to look really cool on people's shelves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like we planned that.
It's weird. It's weird. So yeah, let's get this thing open. So let me cut all.
While you're
these.
cutting, is that the same artist who did the illustrations for the other two?
Yep. So
Awesome.
all of the front illustrations are done by Tracy Ching,
Love Tracy Chang.
Nice.
and then all of the inside illustrations are done by Subject Zero.
Cool.
I don't want to cut that way. This is why you
It's
don't
an
get to shove
imperfect
things.
art.
Yeah. You're doing great, sharp
Doing
things.
great.
Doing great.
So, you slide this off. Did I miss it?
This
Two?
one. This one.
I got them all, I thought.
We're professionals.
This one. This one.
We're very
Yeah.
professional here at the Pulse Studio. There we go. So, slide out the sleeve.
Looking
Got this
good.
gigantic box inside. Let's check out the back here. It's really cool. Giant debossed Z on the back for the
Yes.
Zord Ascension project.
Debossed. Of course, you got the QR code up
The
top
QR
too.
code on top. Send you to a microsite about the Astro Megazord. Probably not up yet.
It could be up.
In January? Maybe.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is a spring release item, so it's coming out a couple months after the start of the year. Of course, pre-orders are up now. You can still pre-order this, secure your copy from Hasbro Pulse and other retailers. But the site itself might be up later on in the year. We'll see.
Check out the dope illustration that Tracy did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then under the hood, we've got another dope illustration.
Yes, this is one of my low-key favorite parts of Zap is the inside the front lid
Yeah.
illustration.
Yeah.
I think they're all the first battle
All
or
the first
referencing
battles.
the first
Yep.
battles that they
Yep.
participate in. So like,
And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there's a bunch of spot gloss inside there too. There's the Z's repeated all throughout there. Just premium touches everywhere.
speaking of premium,
Speaking of premium, underneath the hood, we have the control panel from inside the Astro Megazord, which is what you're going to see as soon as you open up the box.
yes, just like bringing you into the experience of piloting the Megazord.
Yeah. And then,
Ooh,
back this
paper.
off. Now we have tons of paper.
So much paper.
Paper's good. It means no plastic.
Yeah, we're not going to talk during this because it crinkles.
Nice. So speaking of funny production things, I think this is supposed to have the Z print
Yeah.
on all over, but as an early sample, it is just paper. Behold!
That. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'll take a step
just-
back.
yeah,
so
yeah,
you can
yeah.
get
Take a
in
look.
here and play.
I think this might be your first time seeing this as well.
It
I
is.
haven't seen this in person.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You can let them say.
No, it's fine.
guys.
Go ahead.
No, it's very,
Admire,
very
admire.
Cool. This is just neat. And it's the 25th anniversary of In Space, along with the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin and the franchise as a whole. So this feels like a super appropriate Zap project for us to do. A Zap project?
Yeah,
Sword
actually-
Ascension project for us to do.
So that's actually one of the reasons I was a little bit gung-ho about doing this one. In order to...
Oh, there's that Z.
Yes, there we go.
So this is what all of the packing.
I'm about to sprinkle. Sprinkle warning.
Let's sprinkle it up.
Don't flip or jab.
It's almost a Sam-sized sword.
What are you trying to say? I'm 1/144th scale.
Figures. Got the Micro Ranger figures all posed out in the Ween Megazord Power Now pose.
Are we done with the sharp blade thing?
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna move it out of the way.
Sure.
Okay.
let's put that somewhere where we all know it is. Shuttle packed out separately, 4 extra posing hands, the rocket booster / blaster,
Gigantic sword.
gigantic sword.
sword. In space, everything's bigger.
And I mean, it has to be. There's so much space.
There's so much space.
There's so much space, yeah.
So much space. And beside thrusters for that as well.
This is so
This is a Sam-sized blaster too.
This is a size blaster. So when you get this out of the box, you're going to notice this is a gorgeous, amazing spaceship. Oh, also shield packed out at the bottom, as it should be. I'm just going to, let's see, you can
That
pull
vac
open.
looks really, really cool. Like, all the vac metal
Yeah.
is fantastic on this.
It's
Thank you for noticing.
It's
So
lovely.
most of the vac metal placement is kind of, or the plating placement is kind of an homage or reference to the original 90s toy.
Yeah.
There's a little bit extra on this guy, but yeah, so opening up the front, you see where the shuttle docks. These pieces actually fold down, and then you pop the shuttle in, just like
It's really
so.
cool. I just keep thinking about like how cool Jordan is for this.
We have a little latch to keep the front shut.
Jordan, it's an honor to know you.
Hey, it's honor
That
to
sounded
know-
sarcastic too. It's not.
Yeah,
It really
you
is.
guys.
This stuff is so cool.
It's so cool.
Honored to know you, Jordan.
Thank you. As cool as Mighty Morphin is,
Mighty Morphin
and
is
it's the 30th anniversary, so we have plenty of exciting product that's yet to come, as well as the first 2 Zap projects. I firmly believe that we should branch out into later seasons, like In Space, that are still so fan beloved, and do really cool marquee items like this. And I think that the 25th anniversary
Yeah.
is a perfect reason to bring this to life.
And that's kind of what we were going for with Zap in general. is,
Yeah.
Like, we want Zap to be any Zord that has, does, or will or could
Yeah.
exist in the Power Rangers universe, which gives us a lot of leeway to do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As I said in the past /
There it
future,
goes.
There we
you'll
go.
see. Dream job. This is a dream job.
Yes, sorry for all the noise, but hey. So just like the original toy, these rocket boosters can pop off and connect to the side, like that, like that. And then lastly, the booster itself can be mounted to the bottom. Ta-da! Sam, did you have, or Jarrett, actually, did either of you have Power Rangers toys growing up?
Yes.
Yeah?
Actually, once I went
you
out
have
to
this one?
California to visit my uncle, and he said I could get any souvenir I wanted, and I came back with a 12-inch, actually I think 11-inch Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin. So
Wow,
that was my
nice.
California souvenir when I was a kid.
Hey, oh my gosh, I had California souvenirs too.
Yeah. Were they also Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
They were Transformers. But,
Okay.
sorry, you didn't hear that. But I will say
I did not have
always-
this toy though.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first time that I actually played with the original 90s toy was when we got it to study to work on this. I didn't grow up with many Power Rangers toys.
Your loss.
Yes, absolutely. But so suffice to say, I was a sad kid. But just kidding, I was a very happy kid. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. But
We all love all our
we
parents.
all love our parents.
Hi,
But
Mom. Hi, Dad.
you know, holding that original toy and finding as many points of reference for this, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And there's something about the old classic clickiness of the joints that still hold up pretty well
Yeah.
today. that is just so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Right.
I also based on the Japanese designs and stuff, which is super cool. I mean, I know you and I are model builders in this scale, and it's really neat to sort of bring this into Hasbro at this scale with Power Rangers,
Yes.
feeling like that feeling of like, oh, this is something really cool on my shelf. That it clicks, it feels solid, it's really neat.
Clicks,
It
feels
articulates,
solid. Yeah, it does exactly what we should be doing with Megazords,
Yep.
So I'll rotate that, just run through a quick transformation.
Just real quick transfer.
Just a quick little,
A quick morph.
quick morph. And then we have these arms. Click forward, fun thing we added is kind of like this butterfly joint for the arms so that if you wanted to, you could swing them forward, and it looks kind of awkward, but he can hold his sword with both hands.
Okay.
So I think,
Necessary.
yeah, so when you look at it from certain angles, it looks very cool. And then, one thing I do want to make sure we show is the feet. This is an early sample. Actually are on.
We're still
ball joint,
professionals.
so you can get a little bit of ankle rotation. There we
There
go.
it is. We also have those cool images that we've taken shots.
from PulseCon.
Yeah.
I think they give you guys a great close-up of some of the details, like the cockpits. This has 2 different cockpits, and they are always worth a revisit because every time I look at those pictures, it just gets
That
a
looks
little bit hype.
pretty big. How would you say it compares to the Dino Megazord?
Well,
Oh, they just keep this
find
stuff
out.
around here.
Professional toy people.
Professional toy people.
look at how much bigger he is.
Look at how much bigger the
want to point
sword
out.
is.
I'm gonna put the sword in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I also just stomped on all of the in Space Rangers. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. They have the power to protect them.
Hey,
The power protects you.
very
gonna
cool.
put him in a similar
huge.
pose.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as it should be, but it's still huge.
It's like a full other figure.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta say, being able to work on this with you guys, with some of the best team here at Hasbro, has been an absolute career highlight. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And being able to bring this Astro Megazord to the fans has been an absolute pleasure. I'm very excited for you guys to get your hands on them.
I'm very excited for us to get our hands on it.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, after we
gosh.
cut, I'm taking this with me.
I mean, I guess you could. I'll loan
Don't
it
tell
to you.
anyone.
I'll loan it to you. So that's the Zord Ascension Project Astro Megazord. Pre-orders are live now. They're coming in early to mid 2023 is when they'll start shipping. So
It's this year.
That's this year.
that is this
That's
year.
this
Oh my
year.
gosh, it's so early. I keep on getting mixed up.
Time.
So that'll wrap it for our Zord Ascension Project Astro Megazord unboxing. Thank you guys so much for making it look super
I'm gonna
awesome.
tell them what's coming next.
Sam, please
Okay,
tell us.
so what's
Please
coming
come
next? Loretta and Alan are going to talk to you about 30th anniversary stuff, which is going to be really cool. And then I'm going to talk to you from the past because I had the opportunity to talk to some folks down in New Zealand.
Thanks, Sam. And hello, I am Loretta, the product designer on Lightning Collection, if you haven't been following us. But today we have a special guest. This is our brand creative, Alan, and he's going to talk us through some of the awesome designs that he developed for this.
Thanks, Loretta. Yeah, I'm here to talk to you guys about the 30th anniversary and how we arrived at the look that we did. So you'll see that we really focused on MMPR, but we also wanted stylistically to include everything that encompasses the whole 30 years of Power Rangers. So we were trying to find that mix of retro to modern and what that look would be like. So we really thought, what should we focus on for Power Rangers? What makes them iconic visually? So for 2 things came up. Color is one. So we want to kind of express all the colors that Power Rangers is. And the second of all is the action, the lighting, all that kinetic energy that makes Power Rangers what it is. And so we really partnered closely with an artist that really represented everything that we wanted to show with this. And I'm very excited to actually be able to introduce to you 2 posters that we developed with him, and his name is Orlando Arocena.
That's awesome.
Yeah, aren't they great?
I really love this like prism effect that you guys have going on. It really does show this sort of the more phenomenal action happening.
Yeah, and we were like really inspired by looking at retro pop art, because Power Rangers has roots in Sentai. Also, we looked at a lot of Japanese anime pop art. We are also inspired by Neo Tokyo neon vibes, as you'll see from the lights there. Also, we took a little bit from the whole teleportation that they had.
Tell us how that translated into the packaging art.
Yeah, sure. So I have some packages here with me. We have the Yellow Ranger and the Blue Ranger here. So you'll see that it's really inspired our branding, right? So we have the Yellow Ranger here in that 30th style. We also, if you turn to the side of the box, we have that style with all the Rangers celebrating 30th. And then if you want to display it on the other side, you also have that choice and an option. And then you kind of pair them together to have their morphing poses. So the back,
I love that.
Yeah, the back here as well. We have the morphing pose again. You can see it really clearly. And then of course, the product with everything it comes with. And so for the product, I'm going to hand it back to Loretta so she can talk a bit more about that.
Thanks, Alan. I love how we incorporated the morphing pose, because it really is one of the highlights to this feature, or at least to this figure. It is part of the way that makes it remastered. Whenever we wanted to re-release this, we wanted to make it better than ever. And for 30 years, we really wanted to celebrate what makes Power Rangers so special. And it's that morphing moment, right? It's what makes them the Ranger. So this is really supposed to be that moment where they become a Ranger. That's why they come with their morphers and their morphing hands. You can see tiny, open mini morpher. And they come with the blast effect, which is this awesome swirly lightning effect that you can put around the figures. And it comes in their color so that it does look like it's swirling and it's enveloping them and they're becoming the Ranger. It's that Ranger magic, right? So that was kind of the inspiration behind these remastered figures, was making them the Rangers and making that really special moment come to life. Another thing that we did to make these better than ever, these bodies are updated. So they are all pinless. You can see no holes, beautiful pinless arms and legs on these figures. They also have drop hips. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they have the drop hip. So it does add a lot more complexity and posability, which is really natural and beautiful looking whenever you're putting them in their action shots. We also upped the deco a little bit. So you can see, we've never done this before, but I felt it was really important to kind of capture the true details of the costume. So you can see the black stripes on the belt and holsters. And then also we added a little bit of extra deco on their weapons as well. So you can see this time it has the blue outline on the tips of the lance. So you're getting all those extra details. We updated the blaster mode. So you get all 3 blaster modes with these packs, but you also get them with the silver tips. And again, just to make sure, better than ever, we wanted to capture that likeness. I think you all know that that's kind of my goal, is to make sure the actors look as close as possible and as accurate as we can. So here we have the portrayal of Billy, but we did something kind of special. We added removable glasses. Give me a second here. They're kind of small. So you can choose whether you want to show off Billy with or without his glasses, which I just love. I think it's such a great little feature. And again, it's more realistic. Sometimes he wears them, sometimes he doesn't, but we all know him. That's his character. So I love that you have the option and you can remove them here. So that's another plus. Moving on to Trini, obviously. We, again, did a new portrait. I was really excited to get the opportunity to work on Trini and do another portrait for her. So we updated her hairstyle and did something a little bit different here. You often see her in the 90s series with a couple different iconic hairstyles, and this is one of them. So I was really excited to do the ponytail feature. Again, you can notice that she has the extra belt deco on her holster and belts. And same thing on her weapons. There's some extra detailing and deco there. And she also comes with her open mini morpher, the hands. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this. It does not sacrifice a set of hands. So you actually get 3 sets of hands in this set. So you get the morphing hands, the grip hands, and the fighting hands. And again, her super cool morphing blast effects. So these will be really fun. I can't wait to see what you guys do and how you pose these out and how it all comes together. And yeah, we have more for you. Obviously, this is just 2 out of the original cast members, so there are more to come, but really excited to highlight these for you today. Yeah, thanks for having us. And we're going to shoot it back to Sam, who's going to update you guys on entertainment news.
Thank you, Loretta and Alan from the future. I'm sure whatever you're going to say is really cool. I am Sam. You saw me in the future, my future. This is the past now. Anyway, I have the pleasure to interview / talk to Simon, Beck, and Alwyn, the writers on the shows. I say shows because there's the 30th anniversary special, of course, and Cosmic Fury. So, hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Great. It's an absolute pleasure to get to talk to you. I basically threw myself on the I'll do an awkward video interview sword as soon as it was brought up. So thank you.
No, looking to be here. Yeah, looking forward to it.
So I guess let's start with the special, which is, you know, huge. Beck and Alwyn, obviously, you're longtime writers, but weren't writers back then. So what is it like getting to write for these characters, getting to write this anniversary special? How'd you approach it?
Well, first of all, we had an amazing time. It was a really great project to work on for us. This is the first Power Rangers project that we've worked on that doesn't use Japanese footage. So some of you viewers out there might know that usually Power Rangers uses Japanese stock footage from Sentai shows. But this is the first time we have it, and that has really given the show a lot of freedom with the writing that it hasn't had before. And also we had lots of back and forth conversations with the folks at Hasbro about the sort of tone that we wanted to hit with the special. And it was kind of about finding a balance between 90s nostalgia and the TV of today. And that was like a line that we had to try and find together through various drafts over the last year. And we think we hit on something pretty cool.
Yeah, and from a story perspective, you know, it's the 30th anniversary, and that means coming back to these characters after a long time away. So I think one of the big questions is always, what have they been up to? They're adults now, and how have they moved on with their lives? And so in exploring that, we also wanted to create a story that pulls in families and maybe more casual viewers of Power Rangers, as well as something that really satisfies the Power Rangers experts that are out there. and it satisfies us, you know,
Yeah.
like we do care about all the sort of nerdy details.
Very deeply.
And we want to make something cool.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a huge challenge and there's so much scrutiny, but it's a massive opportunity and we take it very seriously.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had so many ideas when we were given the chance to do this, and the challenge is fitting them all in.
Yeah.
You know, some of our drafts got really out of control and we ended up writing like a full sort of feature film length thing, and that wasn't really an option. So we just
shrunk that baby down, and
so
no,
you can believe us when we say that it's jam-packed with action and exciting stuff. We're really excited.
Yeah.
That's great. Speaking of being the nerds for details, is there anything specific from original Mighty Morphin that, like, anything you had to make sure got into this special that you can talk about?
I mean, like,
Yeah,
we'll maybe talk about some of it later, but
Yeah.
you know, there's places, there's faces, and there's you know, even some sort of like cheeky dialogue things.
Yeah.
That we think will pop people when they watch it.
There are lots of classic moments, but I don't want to spoil them. so,
I mean, we do want to
well,
share
we
all
do
the
want
exciting
to, we,
stuff.
we want to spoil them, but we won't.
We're not that.
Right. We'll all see them together. We'll all enjoy them together. So I think, speaking of things we get to enjoy together, we have the title reveal today.
Yeah.
So we're going to cue that up. Wow, I got chills. So
It's
very exciting. Yeah. Talk to me more about, the logo, the title, everything.
Yeah, I think it feels to us like it's kind of like a modernized or like more contemporary version of the MMPR logo from the 90s, which we all like know and love. The design team totally knocked it out of the park from what we just saw, I reckon. And like, I think we get super excited when we see it because we also feel very nostalgic for our childhoods. And the way that the logo drops in the special, when you see that, it's just an amazing moment. And it's going to kind of be like a big nostalgia hit. And for parents out there who are watching it with their kid, we really hope it feels to your kids the same way it felt for you when you were watching it when you were little. So, I mean, I think it's so good that I hope somebody out there gets a tattoo of it. That'll be cool. We'll be looking on social media.
And as you probably
Don't give me any ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be us.
Well, maybe. Yeah, so as you might have picked up, the once and always subtitle there is a nod to the idea of once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And that's one of a few iconic Power Rangers franchise phrases that David Yost actually challenged us to include in the story.
Yeah.
So, we've stuck a few in there that you might recognize. So when it's released, keep your eyes or I guess ears peeled for some familiar Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's cool. I remember when I first saw the photo of everybody coming back, like David Yost, I was so psyched to see it. What was it like for you both to work with those legacy cast members?
I mean, it was incredible. And, nobody is more committed and passionate about their characters than David and Walter.
Yeah. It's just so great to chat with them because they have really fantastic, insightful thoughts about their characters, and they know very well how they might behave. And so because we were able to talk to them about where they thought the characters might have gone in the trajectories of their lives, it kind of helped us figure out a way to push those characters into new and exciting territory. And if David and Walter had thoughts on whether the character would do something differently, we knew that it was the right thing to do to list it because those guys know their characters so well that we had to respect that because they're amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, like as writers, having access to them is like having this amazing cheat code that sort of gives us this sneaky advantage into making the thing feel a lot more authentic and interesting.
Yeah.
But having said that, not all of the returning characters are human. We're very excited to have a couple of important robots to talk to you about. First of all, there's a new incarnation of Alpha 5, and we won't spoil it now, but place your bets on which number it'll be this time. And then on top of that, in an exciting twist, our evil friend Rita Repulsa has had a nasty robotic makeover. And how exactly that works is still a secret, but wait and see. We promise you won't have to wait 10,000 years in a dumpster to find out the answer.
But speaking of Rita and Alpha, we are super pumped to announce that Barbara Goodson and Richard Horvitz are back to reprise their roles of Rita and Alpha, which is it's amazing. We can't wait to hear everyone's old favorites come to life again and do those cool voices from all those years ago.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's so cool. My entire family is going to be psyched to hear Rita's voice again. So what I know we don't want to spoil people. Yeah, right. I know we don't want to spoil people, but what can you tell us about the story today? Like, what's okay to share?
I mean, honestly, I would spoil people if I was given the chance, but I'm not going to. We'll be professional, and we'll keep a lid on it as much as we can.
Yeah. But instead, we've got a log line that we can share with you. We thought we'd try some trailer voices, but we realized we are simply too New Zealand to pull that off. So you're going to have to hear our normal voices. So go for it.
So here, 30 years after the wise and powerful Zordon formed the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the team comes face to face with a familiar threat from the past.
In the midst of a global crisis, they are called on once again to be the heroes that the world needs.
So we can't tell you much else today. What we can just reassure you is that we'll include many of your favorite things about MMPR, the epic fight sequences, the familiar faces, iconic settings, and even a teenager with attitude.
Classic.
Nice. Can't have Power Rangers without them. All right, so all of this lead up, I've been told we're allowed to tell everybody when it's going to air. So when's it going to air?
Well, we're very excited that audience globally will be able to watch the special on April 19th, 2023, only on Netflix.
Okay, Alpha, can you set a reminder? April 19th, you're back.
Aye, I'm so excited. Oh, thanks, buddy. Can you do my taxes? No.
Great to have Alpha join us.
Yeah, fantastic, right?
He sounded strange because he's actually our writing assistant.
Alpha 10.
Alpha 10.
Did a good job. Understood. So obviously the reunion special is not the only big thing happening for the 30th. We have season 30 of the show. And I'm going to pull you in for that one, Simon, and let's talk Cosmic Fury.
Okay, Cosmic Fury, what do you want to know?
Well, it's the first time in a long time that we've had the same cast for 3 seasons. It's technically the first time a full cast is returning for a 3rd season. So did you approach this differently than you've written the past seasons, like the past season you all have been involved in?
It has got quite a few differences, and to make things clear, I'm not actually the writer of the show. I'm executive producer. Becker and Alwyn are the key writers. So if questions about writing, they are the best people to answer those questions. So I might respectfully hand over there.
Yeah, I mean, also it's not just us. We do have a bunch of writers who are all very talented that do write the script with us. Yeah, so we cannot take all the credit.
Yeah.
But what we can say is that with our team, we knew that after the huge finale of Dino Fury and sort of bringing that story to where it ended, we had a pretty tough act to follow. So we decided that for us, for season 30, what we wanted to do is take risks and make the kind of Power Rangers show that we always wanted to bring to the screen. So for our team, that meant interconnected stories, big cliffhangers, and constantly upping the stakes. And honestly, we weren't sure whether everybody would be on board when we pitched our ideas, but all credit to Hasbro, they were up for it. So, there are all the familiar Power Rangers elements, monsters, Zords, new weapons, and so on. But the difference is, it's not always 2 ground fights, a Megazord fight, and the Rangers win at the end of the episode. Things might happen in ways that you don't expect.
Yeah, with season 30, we've been able to really mix things up. And it was quite liberating for us as writers to not need to spend time setting up brand new Rangers, because we know that audiences have kind of like already fallen in love with the Dino Fury cast, as have we. We adore them, great people too. So we were able to focus on the team going on kind of like an action-packed journey where they're thrown into all sorts of unfamiliar situations. And because everyone knows those characters already, the audience are going to immediately understand what sorts of environments and challenges are just going to be really tricky for those people to navigate. So if you had, say, just opened your alien cafe, or if you and your girlfriend were about to start at a new sports college, and then suddenly you've got a new villain threat that you're facing, it's how you're going to do that. It's not going to be easy. And the futures that all of our characters have kind of had planned out before them, now they're up in the air. So how are they going to handle that?
Literally.
You can find out.
Yeah. It is fantastic to be able to tell a continuing story across 10 episodes, because historically with 22 episode seasons, which actually we used to shoot as 44 episodes in one big lump that would then be split across 2 years, You end up with lots of standalone episodes, and there isn't quite the same ability to build tension and build dramatic stakes in the way that you can if you've got one big interconnected story across a bunch of episodes like we've got. So there's no filler in season 30, and every part of every episode is really important in terms of pushing the story forward. There are lots of surprises in there, which I'm not going to reveal and we can't reveal, but I'm really proud of how season 30 Cosmic Fury is shaping up. And the other thing that we've had with it too is that we're using the Megazord footage from Q Ranger Super Sentai, but everything else is fully original this time around. So all the ground fights, all the drama, we're making up from scratch. And that gives us a big advantage in terms of storytelling, because traditionally we'd have to study the Sentai footage and try and derive a story that makes sense from what we are seeing. So it was very much retrofitting story to footage that already existed. This time around, the story comes first, and we aren't so much at the mercy of something that is pre-existing, which is very satisfying from a writing and a producing point of view, because you're making something that's fresh and that the audiences won't be expecting what's going to happen, because I know quite a chunk of our adult audience are Super Sentai fans as well as Power Ranger fans. Nothing wrong with that. Super Sentai is amazing, but this is our own special, unique thing, and I think they'll love it. We don't have to match our locations, because very often in the old version of the show, you know, some of the fight would be Japanese footage and the rest of the fight would be filmed here in New Zealand, and we'd have to find places that kind of sort of looked like the original Japanese locations. Obviously, they didn't quite. And so you get people leaping out of explosion in a quarry and landing on a beach. You know, that kind of thing was kind of par for the course for Power Rangers. And while it's quaint, it's not exactly contemporary. And I think what we're doing is much more modern. And the last thing to mention is that because we don't have to match Japanese footage, it's given us the opportunity to design all new Ranger costumes and weapons and morphers, and all those kinds of things are completely fresh. And I can't wait to see how fans respond to seeing those for the first time.
Yeah, they look super cool from everything I've seen. I know that we released some images earlier today in the future, as you know, recording strange times. But can you tell us a bit more? Can we walk through what's out there and talk a little bit about that development?
Absolutely. Well, the costumes were designed in close consultation with Hasbro by Sarah Voon, who is our costume designer based in New Zealand. And the idea behind them was to adapt the Dino Fury costumes to suit a concept which involves the Rangers traveling into space and fighting new foes in new situations. So there's still some dino in there, because our Rangers still have their key dinosaurs, and it is still a dino-themed season. But other aspects are upgraded. You'll see from the drawings that the iconic Power Rangers lightning bolt logo has been incorporated into the costumes, and a lot of the props as well. You can see it there on Black Ranger's belt buckle. So there's an image of Black Ranger Harvey, and you'll see he's got his unique stego spike weapon as well. Now, the props and the morphers were designed by Tracy Collins, who is our production designer in the art department. And she and Sarah Voon collaborate on these things, because obviously they need to work together. And each Ranger has a new original hero weapon. And another interesting thing about this season is that the Morphers, which are in the shape of dinosaur heads, they also operate as blasters. So they can be used as a ranged weapon, as well as the melee weapons that the Rangers have in their hands. We've got another Ranger we can show people.
Ooh.
This is Zato's Ranger and his new suit. You'll see that it's evolved from the suit he was wearing at the very end of Dino Fury. This is his Cosmic Fury Ranger suit, and in the season he is going to be called Zenith Ranger. I can't say much more about what that means, but when you watch the show, you will find out. So this is Zenith Ranger, otherwise known as Zato. And I think we have one more reveal here.
Oh, we do.
And this is a big reveal. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is Amelia's new suit. And you'll notice that her pink is no longer pink, but she is going to be the Red Ranger for this season, making her the first long-term female Red Ranger who is also the leader of the team for the entire season, which we are very excited about. And there they all are. And Amelia has got her Ankylo hammer weapon, which is her personalized melee weapon. And you can see the skirt there. And Izzy, of course, Green Ranger, doesn't have a skirt because she doesn't wear skirts. And there they all are. It's a great bunch of characters, and can't wait for you to see them in action. I've already seen them in action because we've just finished filming, and we have filmed all 10 episodes. And I'm very excited about the show. I think it's going to, I think people will be pleased when they see it.
Yeah.
We're
Hold on to your hats.
Yeah.
There's a little surprise that we've got here, I think, to share with the viewers today. A little sneak preview of something that was filmed on set.
Hi everyone, it's time to see our new Cosmic Fury suits. Guys, show them off. What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, they're so cool. I love the lightning bolt on the belt.
Yeah, and look,
it's so sick.
abs.
New Morphers? Finally.
All the new things.
Little orbs.
Here, Tess, here, come on, take the phone. Take the phone. Let me show off.
Oh. Check out
Do you guys notice anything new?
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I thought that was my color.
That's a weird pick.
Well, look at your color.
Bro.
And you have a cape.
You're like, I do have a cape.
You're like
How
reverse
cool.
Dracula.
Oh. It's a good color on you, man. They're all good colors on you.
I guess you guys have to tune in to see why. Oh, it's filming time.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Come on.
Hey, yo!
That's
great.
They're the best. I love them so much. I'm so excited for Cosmic Fury. I cannot wait to see it.
Well, I think you will have to wait just a little bit longer because obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always is coming up first, and all attention will be on that. So the release date for Cosmic Fury will come sometime a bit further down the track, but what I can say at the moment is that it is destined for fall 2023 global release on Netflix.
Alpha,
awesome.
Another reminder. Fall.
You know you have a cell phone too.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Temp Alpha. Well,
Temp Alpha.
Temp Alpha, perfect. So I think that's all we are allowed to talk about so far today. It has been an absolute blast for me. Thank you, Simon, Becca, and Alwyn, for chatting with us, talking about big stuff ahead for the 30th year of Power Rangers.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks from
All
over
right.
in New Zealand. We hope you have a lovely day.
Great. See ya.
See you later.
And thanks to the fans. Thank you all.
Wow, this was really, really awesome. Thank you so much. You know, it is so awesome to not only be celebrating all that 2023 has to offer with all of you awesome people as part of this incredible Power Rangers team, but also thinking about this great anniversary year. It's a 30th anniversary. We've got so much coming. And 25th.
Yeah.
That this is just like the most exciting year ever for being a Power Rangers fan. Thank you guys so much. Your energy makes all of this happen, and thank you.
Absolutely. And it's not just a big year for Power Rangers, it's a big year for Hasbro Pulse. Lots of fan streams, lots of reveals, lots of events. You know, we see what the community is saying. We're amongst you. And we really appreciate all the feedback. So, you know, we're going to keep it coming.
Okay, let's take it out of here. 3, 2, 1.
Morphin' time!